Hi friends! It has been a while. It has been about 3 years since I've uploaded anything. So I have decided that it is time to get back to my book stuff. And so the way I wanted to start that is with a book tag. Specifically, I believe it's called like the Reading Habits tag by Ariel Bissett, I think is what her name is. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Not specifically. Most of the time if I'm reading, I'm in the bath or it's like just before bed, so I'm just reading like in bed. Sometimes I can read out in the living room, but there's not like a specific place other than the bath when I'm having a bath. Bookmarks or random pieces of paper? Neither. Truth be told, even though we have a crap ton of bookmarks, I don't use them. I basically just try to remember what page number I am on, and then I just kind of open the book and scroll to that like area or section that I know. So if I know I'm on like around like page 250, I don't remember specifically what page it is sometimes, so I'll just kind of scroll through and be like, okay, I've read this before. Okay, yep, I've read that. And then if I go too far, I'm like, okay, I haven't read that sentence before. But yeah, it doesn't take me long to find my page. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain page number? So I know for sure that I can't stop in the middle of a page. I have to at least finish the page that I'm on or finish a chapter. So for example, if I'll scroll ahead a few pages to see how long the chapter is or like how much I have left. And then if I only have like 2 or 3 pages left, then I'll just finish the chapter. But if I've just started a new chapter, then I'll just finish the page that I'm on. Do you eat or drink while reading? Not really. Like I'll always have like a thing of water, like my water bottle beside me, or like on like my bedside table, or like if I'm reading in the bath, then I'll just have like my water bottle off to the side. I don't really eat because it's too messy and I don't want to get anything on the book. Multitasking. Music or TV while reading? No. When I was younger and I didn't like to read in my room, then I would read out in the living room when my parents were watching TV. And there was like it was like a chair like this, but it was like a little bit smaller. And so I'd sit like all curled up and read there. And then I'd keep telling my parents to turn down the TV because I couldn't focus on my book. So sometimes I can tone stuff out, but most of the time I like it just pretty much quiet. One book at a time or several at once? I kind of go back and forth with that because sometimes I can focus just on one book, and that's what I like to do most of the time. But sometimes if I'm not super invested in one book, I'll start another, so then I kind of read both at once. But most of the time it's just one book at a time. Reading at home or everywhere? I don't know, it depends on the circumstance. Most of the time I try to bring a book with me if I know that there isn't going to be a whole lot going on. But if it's like a day that's really full packed with stuff, then I won't bring one. But most of the time I have a book with me just in case there's like an opportunity. Reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head. I find that the only time that I read out loud is if I'm really having issues getting something to stick. So if I read a page or a sentence in a page about 6 or 7 times and it hasn't like sank in my head, then I'll read it out loud a couple times to kind of get myself to focus. But most of the time I read silently in my head, because if not, then I find that's things I hate reading out loud too. So like, in school when you used to have to read, like it'd come to your time to read something out loud and then like you'd mess up on certain words and you get really embarrassed. So I just don't like reading out loud that much because I'm afraid of messing up, even though I'm the only one there. I don't know. But mostly, yes, silently in my head. Do you read ahead or even skip pages? I've never skipped pages unless it's like too much detail. So half the time, for example, if it's a really intense part, I won't skip pages, but I'll scroll ahead to make sure that like the character that I like ends up okay and like nobody dies. But most of the time I just like I'll skip ahead, I'll read, like kind of scan to be like, okay, they're okay, and then I'll go back to where I was to like read. But I can't like skip pages altogether unless it's like too much description. Like I get the gist of it, so I'll like scan it really quick and then just keep going compared to taking my time to read it. Yeah. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I don't think I've ever broken a book spine before. I like to keep it like new, but at the same time, because I read in the bath sometimes, even though I like dry my hands are still a little bit damp. So in the end, some of the pages get like a little bit like wrinkly or whatever. But like I try to keep it like new, partly because if I ever lend it to someone, I don't want it to look bad. But yeah, and I don't think I've ever broken the spine of a book before, to be honest. Do you write in your books? No. I don't think I've ever written or like even highlighted or anything in any of my books. I think it is really cool though when you get a book from someone, or like if it's been like passed down, to see like people's notes and stuff. But I myself have never, I don't believe I've written in anything before, or like even highlighted if it isn't like mine specifically. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add this bonus question because I wanted to talk about this. Do you like to be the first person to know about a book, or do you like to be late to the party? So I'm a little bit of both. I like to be late to the party because of the fact that if it's going to be a series, I like coming in when it's like the second book has just come out, or like the final book's come out, so then I can be excited with everybody when the final book comes out. But then I also don't have to wait for it. Like, because the thing is, it sucks when you start a series and you're super pumped about it and it's great and you just want to read the next one, but then the next one doesn't come out for like another year. So that's why I like being kind of late or like in the middle, so then I don't really have to wait for the next books to come out, but I can also be a part of a fandom and be excited about something coming out at the same time. So I don't know. It seemed like that was me during the Hunger Games. So the first movie was about to come out, so I grabbed the first book and I read through it like in a day, and then I went and got the second one, and I think the third one was just about to come out as I finished the second. So it was just good timing all around that way. Partly because I don't like it. Let's be honest, it really sucks when you finish a book and you just want to go get the next one, but then the next one doesn't come out for another year, and you're like, I don't want to wait. So that's why I like to be like late to the party. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's all I have for now. I'm going to try to be uploading more in the future and not let it sit for another 3 years. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to do, like a book review for a certain book, or another tag, or just anything like that, just let me know and I will try to do my best. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Bye. Is this how you do this thing? I can't remember because I'm old and I don't know how to do stuff anymore. This thing is, I never knew how to talk to a camera to begin with. So to try to do this 3 years later is just, it's a mess.